I make a motion that we open the meeting late because of my tardiness. I do apologize.
He doesn't know how to read. Yeah. I second.
So we'll open our meeting at 6:04. Thank you very much.
Where were you sitting downstairs?
In the downstairs waiting meeting room.
Oh, there's one downstairs?
AKA
Where I sent
Tracy's-
the original.
Tracy's
Oh.
old office.
Gotcha, gotcha. I don't read those things, I just asked.
I left the agendas on the printer downstairs.
Ah,
We'll be right here.
we're not going anywhere.
Here's something for you to do.
Alright, I can sign some payroll or some expenses or both. How's that?
Expenses are the next one if you want
Great,
to go
I'll
through
just
those.
I'll just take care of all of them. Might as well do something while I'm waiting.
Actually, after that, I shouldn't be that long, but
Yeah, go, we'll do it. Good. Excellent, excellent. Very good value for a new chair.
Hmm,
Herman Miller,
wow.
I think. At least that they were going for. Okay. Just signed our membership fees to the IAAO,
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic Liquidators, Minuteman Press,
Only found these, but Georgetown Farm, I got
DLS, and office supplies.
My daughter's, she's got more high school.
You actually pay him to come to work.
Really?
Crazy, right?
Wow.
All right. We have some motor vehicle abatements to go through as well,
Yeah.
but I'm wondering if we have minutes from the prior meeting.
It's what he's going to get,
The minutes or the agenda?
both.
Oh, he's got the minutes and the agenda.
He was working on the minutes when we were downstairs. He was
Ah.
trying to finish them, so he probably got them both.
Hey,
Did you get the minutes too?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Oh, excellent.
You done?
Done with these. I was just breaking into those, but since you ran back up here, all of the expenses are done.
Okay.
And again, I'd like to commend you on getting a new chair.
Okay. So,
Long overdue. We'll take agendas first if you just want to
Yeah.
throw that at us.
All right, then, you're up.
Thank you, sir.
yeah. And you called it at 6 o'clock?
Oh, look, it's at the 6:04 is exactly what I called it,
Yeah.
actually. Is your pen working, sir?
Yep.
Okay.
Brand new. You took my other one.
Yes, I did. On purpose, I did.
So
Oh, look, we're meeting in the second floor break room.
I changed it.
Look at
Alright.
that. Okay, here we are.
So I did post it originally. Let Susan know, and Susan said that's not an approved break. It's not an approved meeting spot. So I had to change it, and I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Gosh.
So we couldn't bring this down there and have a better, more appropriate meeting room?
I don't think because the public doesn't have access to it.
Yeah, they'd have to go through all the offices to get to it. They can't get to it like this one, straight shot.
Behind a locked door.
Sure. Sure,
Um,
I'll accept that.
So, okay.
We could have our executive session down there.
Yep, we could. Yep.
So I signed those and I looked at all the expenses, that's great, that's fine.
Okay.
Memberships and office supplies and chairs. And I was just about to do the motor vehicle abatements.
Okay. So
Although we haven't got the minutes from last, so I can review those, we can review those.
open and executive.
Excellent. Good chair, review assignment, yes, review consent, yes, discuss 3, yes, review expenditures, yes, and schedule the next meeting, yes. I accept them as presented. Yes. Fun and soon to be done. Now, motor vehicle abatements. Love the packets. Just love them, love them, love them.
Like this, you mean?
Love it. Okay. So please help yourself to something.
Yep. Oh.
This was the first, these packets were the first ones Stephanie did completely on her own.
Oh.
Validated them through the system, and then went right to Diane.
Okay, that's exciting and good.
Yeah.
That's exciting and great.
Yep. One thing though, you should be signing. Do we usually sign these? We do.
Oftentimes we do, yes.
Yeah.
And we do this as a cover of these, and then we
Yeah.
do these individually, yes.
So each of those needs to be signed too.
Not those, not, there's no.
I think there aren't any more.
Is that the same as this? Yes.
Yep.
That's for Eileen.
Okay,
So she's giving it two originals.
okay. That's fine, so she, no, I only can have that one now.
Yep.
And now we'll go ahead and do
Yep.
these.
So this is for Eileen.
And now you may have that one back with us as well, and that will be considered done.
Okay. We did the meeting minutes, we did the
Mhm.
abatements, we did bills. Did
Mhm.
you want to talk about
The
the
300
buffer?
Yes, yes. I think we were all, after the correspondence via email
Mhm.
last week, kind of talking about when Sandy was just trying to put together, how do we start the first sentence?
Mhm.
We were presenting this because, we couldn't come up with a good because.
Right.
So understood completely, agreed completely. I don't know how you feel.
The same way.
Okay, so as a citizen, I did speak with Steve Fram, the resident
Yep.
of Newbury, Byfield.
Mhm.
Was confirmed that Georgetown has the 100-foot buffer, and
Yep.
as soon as it hits the falls, it's a 100-foot buffer.
Yeah.
So as I almost see this as a housekeeping item, it should be 100 feet.
Yeah.
It should be changed to 100 feet. If upstream and downstream is 100 feet, there's no reason why the Byfield section of it is at 300 feet.
Right.
But nothing from our board officially,
Yeah.
just me as a resident.
Right.
As a resident, I would be behind it.
Yeah. I don't see how we have any say in it being changed. You know what I mean? So
Correct.
we just assess what it is. It's
Exactly right. And I think we also agreed that, God forbid, let's say that you were one of those lots. Let's say that you were 3 acres, or pick a number, and you had almost all of it in the 300-foot buffer. But when the 100-foot buffer went into place, you've now got upland that you can put a septic system on. It will change the value of that lot, but again, kind of like an unbuildable property, we don't determine it's buildable.
Right.
The owner comes to us after engineering and wetlands people and all that sort of stuff and says, hey, I can build on this.
Right.
I remember property on Orchard Street years back that the ground was so rocky that they literally could not place a septic system. There just was no way, and it was right on Orchard Street, right across from the cornfield. Anyway, it was completely unbuildable. I had the hardest time stomaching that. How do you say this parcel of 1.5 acres is unbuildable?
Right.
I mean, it looks like perfectly fine land, but they couldn't get a septic system to go on it, so deemed unbuildable.
Wow.
And so I understand that it's not our responsibility to determine that. It's the professionals, it's the engineers, it's the water people. So, like I said, so we'll pull back our offer to write a letter. I've already spoken to Steve and told him so. So he understands that, and
Okay.
we basically just couldn't. I can turn it into a citizen's concern. Any one of us can.
Yeah.
You can.
Right.
I can turn it into a citizen's concern.
And we just assess what's.
Exactly. And as soon as one of those people now says, hey, I can finally build on this piece of property, and they go through the effort and energy.
Yep.
Then they bring it to us. Then we can say, yeah. Oh, and by the way, this is its new assessed value.
Right.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
so,
Right.
There you go.
so
Yep.
that's that. Okay, so that's great. It's done. It is no longer an item for discussion with our board. How often would you like to see us? You say you like it in the morning. Excuse me, in the early half of the month.
Yes.
The early half of the morning.
Um,
Sorry, I was a text popped up and said morning, and I saw it put in my
Okay.
head. Sorry. Do you want to do 7th of
uh,
April?
April 7th. Let me grab my calendar. We can do April 7th. I'm going to be in a class all day in Boston that day for there's a new way of valuing the 504 utilities. So in the past, they were valued using netbook. DOR is no longer going to accept that. There's a hybrid approach that they want used. I had a meeting yesterday with Chris Wilcock, the president of the MAAO, and he said he did it this year, and one of his accounts went up 91% value with this new approach.
Ouch.
So it's a big thing. They're only going to accept it this way, from what I'm told, and any increase in value is going to have to be put in overlay, and it's going to be.
So this is kind of almost like a new growth number.
It's not new growth. That's been out there because it's been taxed. So
Wow.
it's not going to be considered new growth.
But with that,
It will be new revenue.
It will be new revenue.
Yeah.
And I got to imagine we're going to get abatements.
Luckily, we don't have that many. The problem is our excess levy capacity isn't big. So anything, it would be coming out of operating. It would be lowering that because we don't have a lot of excess
Gotcha.
capacity. So that is probably a good day because I'll be in that meeting all day. I think it goes until 4:30.
So you'll be able to share with us, and that'll be okay. You
Yeah.
won't and that's going to be into Boston out of here. Okay, for 6 o'clock. You cool with that?
It should be fine. I
Okay.
think it goes,
If anything
If
changes,
it goes till 4:30,
Actually-
you won't make it back from Boston.
it's actually in here. It's one of the things you said.
There's no way he'll make it back from Boston.
I was in Boston at 4:30 today. You'd be hard pressed, right?
April 7th, 8 to 4:30.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Do you
going
want
to
to
do the
do the following?
14th.
14. Yeah.
14th. There you go. All right, so to say for Tuesday, April 14th, 6 o'clock, meeting room to be determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm busting you on that, by the way.
Oh, I know you.
I just find
One of his favorite pastimes.
Yeah. So,
Hey.
and the only reason it changed is because we have some abatements to go over, and there's a meeting.
Yeah.
Normally,
run
our
long.
meeting will be over right now.
Yeah.
But we have abatements and we have some chapter things to sign off on.
Okay, so looking at our agenda, we are now done and we'll conclude the public session of our meeting and go into executive session. We will not return to public session, so I adjourn the public and
Second.
we'll go into executive at 6:18.